All right, we have our HTML and our CSS here. Let's go ahead and put it in Sublime and then render it on a page and see how it all works. So let's go ahead and grab our HTML first. So let's go ahead and copy this. Control C to copy. And then I'll go to Sublime, and here's a blank page. Just do File, New for a new page. And then let's go ahead and save this. We'll do File, Save. And I'm going to put it into a folder so you figure out where you want to put it. I'm going to call this a week 1 folder since it's the first week of stuff. And then I'm going to name it, I'm just going to call it box.html and then save it. And the reason why I do that is I want Sublime to know that we're working on an HTML page just to make our life a little bit easier, because there's some shortcuts we can use if it knows that we're doing HTML. So if I use a less than tag and then do HTML and then press tab, it goes ahead and it puts in all the tags that we would normally use. So these are, notice it gave me an extra tag here, so I need to get rid of that. All right, so but I probably think just like codepen, I probably could have typed in HTML and pressed tab, and there it is, even better. All right, so I'm just going to put in here box as the title, but we do have to add some other elements to this. We want it to know that we're using HTML5, so we'll use the less than symbol, exclamation point, all caps, doc type, and then lower HTML. Okay, so now we're rendering that. I'm going to skip the UTF portion of that. Inside my head, I'm also going to then have a style section. And we're not going to use an external style sheet for this. We'll just go ahead and put the style right in the page. So all we need is regular style. It automatically tries to put it into an external sheet because we really should be doing that. All right, let's go into the body then and just paste Control V. Okay, that's what we have. And if I go ahead and save this page, File, Save, and then open it up in the browser. All right, so I'm going to open it up by right mouse clicking on my box.html and open it with, and I'm going to use Chrome. Okay, so this is what we have so far because we haven't styled it. All right, now I'm going to switch back to Sublime, actually, and then switch back to CodePen because I need to have this style. So I'm just going to copy all of that. I'm going to go back to Sublime, and we're just going to put that in the style tag. And then I'm going to go ahead and save this. And then refresh it in Chrome. And there we are. So there's our box. See, we have our margin, we have our border, we have our padding. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to inspect this and see how it looks to Chrome. And I'll right mouse click on it and then go down to inspect element. Okay, so that's going to open up. It's going to show, if I click on my box here, it's going to show the different colors. And actually, if we look down here on the bottom, it's going to show, this is how the box model renders. So if I mouse over margin, it's going to show the margin up on the top. So take a look at where this box is. That's our border, and you can see it turns brown. This is the padding, and you can barely see it inside that because I should have used a different color for the background. And then this is the content that we have in it. So let's go back to our Sublime page, and instead of the background color being aqua because it's so close to the other color, let's call it yellow. then do File and Save. Come on. And then we'll go ahead back into Chrome and refresh that page. Now it's going to look a little bit better when we mouse over it. Alright, so right now this is the element we want to inspect. If we go down to the box model again, there is the margin, there is the border, and there is the padding. I guess it's going to change the color, make it look like the background anyway. And then there is the content. So when someone talks about the box model, this is what they're talking about, is that the content has all these boxes around it that we have to manipulate in order to get the styles the way we want them. Okay, excellent. And you can see this other box has no styles. But if we wanted to, we can go back and style that also. So remember on this one, this is my box, and then this right here signifies the end of that style. So let's delete and move that up. Now I can create another style as long as this is on the style tag. This is going to use the hashtag. And remember, we call this one ID box. And then in parentheses, I can say that the height. I'm going to make it real quick. We're going to take the same exact attributes and copy those and make it exactly the same here, except here instead of yellow, let's make it let's make this aqua, just so we can see the difference between the boxes. Okay, then I'll go ahead and file and save this. I'll go back to my page here and I will refresh, and there's my second box. So now if I click on this box, I can do the same thing with inspecting the different elements of it. There's my margin, there's my border, there's my padding, there's my content. Excellent. So now you are an expert in the box model.